Hello guys, well here I come with another episode of mythology, and this time it's Persian, so I may be able to explain it even better to you, and there were many people who were waiting for this, so I hope you would like it. And anyway, in the beginning I have to explain that all these legends and stories I'm gonna tell you are from a book named Shahnameh, that means the king's letter. It's a book for almost 1000 years ago, written by a very great poet named Ferdowsi, and all this book is in poems and it has taken 30 years to be written. So, in the first story, we start with a king named Sam. He was the king of a part in southeast of Persia named Sistan. And well, this king had a wife. His wife was pregnant, but there were some dreams that were coming to this king, and they were about his child being a demon. And well, when the child came to the living, he was very beautiful and handsome with long eyelashes, but his skin and all of the hairs on his body were pure white. That is something we know as albinism these days, but well, in those times when the king saw his child, he said maybe the people would think he is a bastard, the son of a witch, or maybe even a demon. So he couldn't risk. He brought the child to a very tall mountain named Alborz. And let me tell you, they named the child Zal. And well, albinism in Persian means Zali. That comes from his name. Anyway, the king left the child on the bottom of that mountain to die. But well, here Seymour comes. What is Seymour? Seymour is a very great legendary bird, kinda like a personification of the god in the legends, and it's been said he is so beautiful and so colorful that all the colors in the world are coming from just one of the feathers of his body. Anyway, Seymour found the child and brought him to the top of the mountain and raised him just like his own son. Reminds me of Jesus, but well, don't take it serious, it's just myth. Anyway, Seymour raised him till he became a very strong and wise young man. Then he gave him one of his feathers and told him, whenever you needed me, just burn this feather and I would be there as soon as possible. After that, Zal went to the city, then to the castle, and told them, I am your son. And well, the queen and the king became surprised and very happy, shed tears of happiness, and well, they welcomed their son. They spent some time with each other, but now there was a new beginning to the stories of this young man. As I told you, Sistan was a part in southeast of Persia, close to India, and as you know, India was very rich country, so Zal decided to go to a travel toward India to gain more experiences and more knowledge. He valued knowledge so much. He went there, and on his way he came to a land named Kabulistan. And I have to tell you, Kabulistan was a land ruled by a king named Mehrab. Mehrab was one of the descendants of Zahak or Ajidehak, two forms of his name. Well, I'll explain more about this character in the future and next episodes, just you have to know that this character didn't do many good things to Persia. Anyway, Zal was welcomed by Mehrab to the land, and he stayed some days there. And well, in those days he heard about the daughter of Mehrab, who was a very beautiful girl named Rudabeh. Well, just by hearing of her, he fell in love with Rudabeh, and also Rudabeh fell in love with him just by hearing of him. I don't know how without seeing, but anyway, Rudabeh sent some of her servants to Zal to get some news from him, and Zal demanded to see her. They met each other, they fell even more in love with each other, and they started dating and sleeping with each other secretly, but in the end they had to tell each other's parents. So Zal went to Sistan to talk with his father, and Princess talking to her own father. After that, well, Mehrab didn't like his daughter to marry with a Persian, and also some didn't like his son to marry with the daughter of Mehrab. And things got even worse when the Manucher, the king of Persia in that time, got to know more about this thing. And well, as I told you, Zahak didn't do many good things to Persia, so Manucher didn't like this thing. So after that, well, Zal talked with Sam, tried to convince him that he really loves the girl and he really wants to marry with her, and these kind of things. Well, Sam agreed and went to give the news to Manucher, the king of Persia. But Manucher knew from before, so before Sam saying anything, Manucher ordered Sam to gather an army and attack Kabulistan. Now things get a little more interesting. Manucher, Sam and Mehrab were all angry because of different reasons. But well, Sam couldn't do anything other than listening to what the king has said. So he gathered the army, went to Kabulistan. Well, Mehrab got scared because well, Persia was way much stronger than Kabulistan. Kabulistan wasn't a big land. So Mehrab sent his own wife to talk with Sam and well, solve the things. And let me tell you, Mehrab's wife was named Simindocht, that means silver girl. And it was said that she was a very beautiful woman. I don't believe that, so I don't draw her beautiful. Anyway, Simindocht went to Sam and talked with him. Sam said that his real intention is not actually attacking Kabulistan because his son really loves their daughter. So Zal went to Manucher himself, talked with the king and said that he really loves the girl and he will take care of his actions and these kind of things. Then Manucher called some of the star watchers. Well, star watchers will kinda like fortune tellers, and well, they saw the stars and they checked the fortune of Zal and Rudabeh together, and they told Manucher that their fortune is meant to be very good. So Manucher will let Zal to marry with Rudabeh and told Sam to retreat the army. After that, everything went well. Zal married with Rudabeh and they had a very beautiful life with each other, and they gave birth to a very great hero in Persia together. Well, the next episodes I will talk a lot about this hero whose name is gonna be Rostam, and he is very famous and even out of Persia, especially in Arab lands. I don't know why. Anyway, the story ends here. Actually, today's story ends here. I hope you've liked it. Please drop a like and tell me in the comments what did you think about Persian mythology, and well, do you find it interesting or not, and does it have any potential to be explained more? And well, I will see you in the next 2 days. Remember, the board is always watching you.